Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Lost Gaming. Last time we had just finished up a little side quest where we were talking to Bob and Linda. Bob was a friend of Orca's who instructed Orca to meet him at Bursting Past Over Aquafield, where we first went and started our journey. After meeting with Bob, he sent us off to Linda, who told us about a mysterious room that Orca had discovered while investigating this shadowy force within the world. Since we've got nothing else to do, and we've got no other leads to go on right now while Black Rose is investigating that message on the boards, let's go check this out. I don't think we can take Black Rose. I think she is still absent while she's researching everything. So, let's take Pyros, because I like Pyros. Oh, it's absent from the game. Alright. Let's do Natsume.
Thank you for choosing.
And either Elk or Mistral. I think we've used Mistral most recently, so let's go with Elk.
Okay.
Alright, I just want to see, let's see what she's got. I think I can give her something a lot better than that. And I think I've got something I can give to Elk as well. So let's give Dante's Blades. Next, let's see, is there anything else with a pretty decent bubble? Can give that to her. So she's probably already got that, or something as good or better. Honestly, there's a good bit of this that I'm just doing just to build up for later review books. If you've got some stuff that's already reached this limit, you can give some other stuff out, and it will build up for the next level, or the next game, when the limit is removed and you can start up again. So I feel like we have just gotten Elk pretty decently powered up. So now we've got a protected field. Time for a little gate hacking event. Just so happened that we had that O. And that's one of the reasons that I say data drain everything that you can, because you never know when you're going to need a bunch of them. Now, for one of my favorite cutscenes in the game, even if it is a really common one, I mean, there's just something about this that really fascinates me. Because I like to think like this is what's actually going on in the game code when you're teleporting in. I know I said that before, but I just really like that. Alright, so let's get a Fairy's Orb out. Let's get Kite powered up, and let's get Natsume powered up as well. convenient. Alright, then, as our usual setup is, let's hook monster boys. And as I said before, you want to, whenever you can and feel like you can afford to do so, just data drain everything. I'm doing it a little bit less on camera because we do want to make some progress. But you always want to data drain everything you can, because there's also some items that you can only get through data drain, which is really, really annoying for the item completion at the end of the series. But that's why you're all watching me do this instead of taking care of it yourself, because if I do it, you don't have to. And no, I'm just not even going to. Okay, help, it's time for you to help out. Thank you. I'm so grateful that Natsume just stood there and didn't. Oh, she was paralyzed too. That helped out a lot. That could have been really nasty. Oh, apparently Oka's paralyzed as well. Didn't notice that. Let's go ahead and fix that. I mean, I know a lot of people who, for whatever reason, don't particularly like Elk as a character. They think as a party member he's pretty useless. Whoops. It's another one of those situations where it pays to take your time through the menus, because I just threw away every health drink in my inventory. So I don't have any health drinks left. Not a big deal since we've got enough people with some decent healing magic. And Elk doesn't do anything else. I've got a funny feeling this is going to be turning into an extremely annoying dungeon. If we're going to be continuously paralyzed and confused, this is going to be really annoying to deal with. However, because it's a white room floor, I actually don't think that it's one that we can finish and get a dungeon clear for. And if that's the case, and I'm just going to assume it is, just because I really don't want to have to deal with much of these things. Nah, we're going to go ahead. I won't risk it. I really just want to just don't like these enemies, but at the same time, you really can't risk taking off on any of these floors. Because, again, I know that I sound like a broken record, and what you're seeing doesn't quite give you the same impression, but this game does get really unforgiving. Okay, now we all need first aid. I can get rid of. Do I have something kind of useless in here? They're pretty good to have for trade. I can get better axes.
Bearcat egg.
Now it seems pretty much back to full. And we can head on down. Because this is potentially a white room field based on everything that we've sort of been told about this and what we saw on the last time. It's likely that we're not going to have to worry too much about getting to a god statue and things like that. And it may actually end earlier than anticipated. Character always gets the help. Okay, help in, just do that. That'll take care of that. Thank you, Elk. Not what I wanted you to do, but whatever. All good. Thank you, Elk. So since we got that out of the way, let's open a few of these treasure chests, see if we find anything remotely interesting. Remember if, but I can always trade for a silver scarab. Hashard over on the .hack Discord is probably looking at me like I'm crazy every time I give up on some of that. Those spells and scrolls, but to me they're just not all that useful except for basic magic purposes. And even then I feel like they are so plentiful throughout dungeons that most of the time they are just really pointless to have. Can't let our white mage get too low on health since they won't heal themselves. There we go. What you're seeing there with elk, it's not something I've actually really covered much so far. That is a summon. There aren't too many of them in this game, but the ones that do exist are really powerful. They usually do a high amount of elemental damage. It's something that's really nice to have, especially if you are aware of... So I guess you can get the dungeon clear in a White Room dungeon.
What is this place? The room. It's gone.
Now have epitaph question mark.
It's like someone gouged everything that was here. No use staying here.
So our second White Room was not nearly as exciting as our first one, but we're starting to see little bits and pieces of the story kind of fleshing together. So nothing on the board. We've got new mail. Alright, so Black Rose has given us, or she's dug up another clue. And since we don't have anything else to go on, and that took a whole lot less time than I had anticipated, what do you say we go ahead and we really extend this episode on and we go check out our next story event. I'm sure we'll be fine.
I'm going to Theta, great distant fertile land.
Thanks for just reiterating what we're doing, Black Rose. Really appreciate it. Didn't just read your email a second ago or anything. Alright, let's throw Goblin Boots into storage. Let's throw these into storage. Get rid of you just to get you out of my inventory. I probably shouldn't be putting up quite so much. Actually, while we're here, I suppose we always can just see if there's anything interesting worth trading for. So I almost forgot. So that's taking care of that. Sounds interesting. I've mentioned it before, but if you ever see a character who only has 3 items for trade, it is always something that you have to talk to them to find out what they want. In this case, he wants well waters. And you can only get his items by trading exactly what he wants for them.
Master?
No matter how much else you give him, nothing else will suffice. Really think there's anything else to really get here. Don't particularly remember that weapon, but that's probably a good sign that I probably need to take it. And you see, and by doing that, I feel like I've made it a little bit more useful than just dropping those items off. And we'll take Mistral just cause.
Alrighty, I'm coming!
Just cause we can.
This is...
Let's see. Just making sure Mistral's got some decent equipment on.
I'm going...
Yes, I know. That's why we're in the thing together. All right, let's go. Because you can only really change her equipment and get her new stuff in the field when she's like that. So
I'll meet you in the
well, why you're right here with us.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you can't tell, I don't particularly pay all that much attention to what they actually have on. Because you wind up always getting so much gear.
Yeah.
That you can kind of just trade whenever you want, or gift it, and alright, and since we're on a pretty high-leveled field on Theta server, Oddly enough, fighting the same kinds of monsters that were on a much lower level field. And you just noticed Black Rose kinda just one-shotted me.
The spring.
So that was definitely not what I had wanted to happen.
The spring has.
And it was mentioned to me not too long ago that your stat for avoiding things like that is your magical evasion.
What?
This is actually going to play very highly into
See you.
what I wind up doing for the final boss of this.
Alright!
And I think I might have just got an item. Yeah, I'm going to give that
Yeah?
to her just because I like that
Hey,
better
you
than the flame sword. And I might make her change the equipment. Let's take a look. So, alright, so that does 40. So it's a 1 drop in attack power. In exchange, you get a increase in accuracy by 1. Or actually, no, you get a huge increase in accuracy. The fire elemental goes down, but you also get a little bit of water in exchange for it. Yeah, I think that's a definite trade up. Didn't think I had gotten close enough to trigger that, but and just a reminder, since it's really easy to forget, your Wave Masters will do nothing in battle unless you instruct them to do so. I don't know why their AI is programmed this way. I'm sure it was something. There had to be some reason for it. But it's just really annoying. But if you tell them to do something, they are some of the most useful characters you can get. To be perfectly honest, in my opinion, while there are a lot of people that say at the end of the game,
What?
Mistral is one of your best black mages and Ilk is one of your best white mages, I really feel like it's a case of Wave Masters are kind of a little bit of everything. So they're just really great to have all around. And I'm looking down at the timer, and because it took a little bit longer in Theta server than I had originally intended to do, we're coming up on 30 minutes of recording time. So we're going to stop right here, and we're going to pick it up right here next time. See you then.